Some stories unfold right in the glare of the world's attention. And then there are others, the ones that happen in the quiet and the spaces between the headlines. Well, this is one of those stories. It's about a nation facing a crisis that honestly threatens its very soul.
Just think about what that really means. Behind that simple sentence, there are countless personal tragedies. It's the story of all those goodbyes whispered at airports, of homes just left behind, of entire futures packed into a single suitcase. That's the reality for so many people in Lebanon right now. And this is what people are starting to call a silent exodus. It's not one big televised event. It's a steady, relentless strain of people. A demographic shift so huge it is fundamentally changing the character and the future of the entire country. This kind of mass migration leads to what can only be described as a societal hollowing out. And it's more than just losing population. It's not just numbers on a spreadsheet. It's the very fabric of a community coming apart, leaving a void where a vibrant culture used to be. That is the quiet tragedy that's unfolding. So how did it even get to this point? Well, it wasn't just one single thing. It was a perfect storm, a whole confluence of disasters that came crashing down, one after another, each one making the last one worse, until the pressure just became unbearable. If you look at the timeline, it just tells this tragic story. It starts in 2019 with the economic collapse, which just wipes out people's life savings. Then comes the political paralysis, which means no help is on the way. By 2022, poverty is so bad that basic necessities feel like luxuries. And now there's the very real threat of a full-scale war. Every single step pushed more people to the exit. And when you put all of those things together, that creates the final push. You've got economic desperation, political hopelessness, and the very real fear of war. When your future becomes that uncertain, leaving isn't really a choice anymore. It becomes a matter of survival. But this is where the crisis turns into something far more permanent, something truly devastating. Because it's not just about the number of people who are leaving, it's about who is leaving. And in their departure, Lebanon is literally losing its future. I mean, just look at this. Doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, the educated youth. These are the very people a country needs to rebuild itself. They're supposed to be the architects of the future, and they are leaving in droves, creating a vacuum of talent that will be almost impossible to fill. And behind every single one of those data points, there is a human story. A story of heartbreak, but also of resolve. You have to understand, this isn't about people just seeking a better life. It's about escaping a future that feels like no future at all. So here's the absolutely crucial point. When a nation's brightest minds leave, it loses its ability to recover. The brain drain isn't just a symptom of the crisis, it's what guarantees the crisis will continue. It kicks off this vicious downward cycle of decline. And of course, a story that began inside Lebanon's borders was never going to stay there. Now it's spilling out. The internal collapse of a nation is inevitably becoming a regional problem and even an international one. And right here, you see this profound, tragic irony. Lebanon, a country that for years was a refuge for millions fleeing conflicts in other places, is now producing its own wave of migrants. The safe harbor has become the source of the storm. And as you can imagine, this is setting off alarm bells all across the Mediterranean. This new wave of migration is adding immense pressure on European nations, especially nearby countries like Cyprus. It's turning Lebanon's silent exodus into a very loud, very real political issue for its neighbors. So let's try to bring all this together and look at the final kind of haunting question, which is, what's going to be left of Lebanon? What are the ultimate consequences of this slow, silent emptying of a nation? The damage? Well, it goes deep. It's systemic. The country's delicate demographic balance is being completely upended. Its social fabric is getting weaker. That shared sense of national identity, it's eroding. And the state itself, which was already fragile, is losing its ability to even function. It's truly a picture of a nation that is slowly fading away. When you look ahead, the paths are stark. You've got national disintegration, a fragmented state basically run by foreign powers, or a long, painful, and very uncertain recovery. And with every single person that leaves, that third option, recovery, it just gets further and further away. So we end with this question. Because a nation, it's more than just a piece of land on a map. It's its people, it's their culture, their dreams. And when the people leave, what truly remains? It's a question that Lebanon is now being forced to answer.
At Geotectonics, our mission is to uncover these profound tectonic shifts, offering clarity in a world of complexity. If this analysis deepened your understanding, please like this video to support our work, share it with others who seek real insight, and subscribe to Geotectonics to ensure you never miss our next deep dive. We'll continue to explore the crucial geopolitical movements that define our time. Thank you for joining us.